Hey lovies, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Xtremetarot, where we do moon readings and zodiac readings. Today we're doing a zodiac reading for the sign of Aries. We're looking into what your person would most want to communicate to you right now, what they would most want to tell you. So I have these cards to represent their general energy towards you right now. These cards represent the overall energy of the connection of itself, and then I'm going to get messages and then clarify them with tarot. Excuse me. If you find when I'm going through this general energy it doesn't resonate, please feel free to check my Aries playlist. A title might jump out at you there that's more in line with your current circumstances. So okay, what's going on here? Well, first of all, excuse my AC. There's people next door partying and I just don't want my dogs to hear it and start barking. But all right, I feel like the cards we got here for the overall energy of what's going on: ascending, transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union, boat, receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure issues. So I feel like there's an energy of movement in the overall energy here. It may not be something that has been made manifest into the physical as of yet, as in like a message or a call from this person or something like that, but I feel like it's only a matter of time, or it's a direction that this connection is heading right now. There is 2 cards here about advice. Owl, good advice from a wise person. Dog barking, advice from a friend. So I feel like one or both of you has been getting advice about what? I don't know, maybe about how to move this connection forward. I'm a little unclear about the advice, I have to say, but I feel like maybe this person hasn't really known what to do. I feel like they may have been very frustrated and feel like they can't do it. It's too complicated or something like that. With the moody, I feel like your person could be having like bouts of frustration or something like that. I almost just felt it course through me and I almost just like turned off the camera and was like, F this reading. Like, I don't know, that just like came out of nowhere. And this intense energy, I just looked down, you are limitless, you can do anything you choose. It's like I feel that they're maybe under the impression that they can't, or that they don't know how, or maybe they want to ascend this, they want to move this forward, but they can't figure it out. Maybe people are giving them advice and they're just shooting it down, almost as if like, no, that wouldn't work. Because with this Prince energy being here too in the defensive, like for instance with the flowers, someone could have been like, just get them flowers, and they're like, no. Or that could be them just maybe not even really talking to anybody and just going through all these different scenarios in their mind of how they could approach you again, how they can make this right between you, and maybe they're anticipating a little defensiveness on your end, where they want to make sure they do the right thing. Maybe they're going to approach you as a friend. Oh, advice from a friend. Maybe they're going to approach you as a friend. Maybe that was someone's advice to them, because I am getting that. And they're going to want to start out as friends or just have coffee or something like as friends. Because we have also on the bottom of the deck here, I like you. Someone likes you, romance is blooming, fun, flirting, want to date. I feel like they're going to take a very light approach to start out with, and they're thinking about that. They're thinking about how to move this forward in a more lighthearted way. But it feels very intense to them, and I think they don't want to overwhelm you. Even if you're like, oof, come overwhelm me, I think they also don't want to be overwhelmed. It's like a slow and steady wins the race sort of a thing. But I also feel like these 2 cards here, well, first of all, I want to read this card, because I feel like this might have been what went down in your connection. So essential meanings: harmonious partnerships, love, friendship, companionship, or relationship fostering personal growth. I feel like that's exactly what happened here with the mature and the old soul and the soulmates card being here. It's like this connection has caused this person to mature and to get more in touch with their soul. Also, I shuffled a song for you and it was Can't Tell Me Nothing by Kanye West, and I feel like, yeah, like maybe there's that frustration energy coming through, like where like you can't tell me anything, like I don't know, like there's something, I'm getting something like that. But also I'm thinking about that part where it's like, how does he move in a room full of hoes? Must be the Pharaoh sees in tune with his soul or something like that. Like, I feel like this person's like starting to get in tune with their soul. And just how this says you are limitless, you can do anything you choose. This is on the bottom of the deck, take a chance on love. So I feel like that is what your person wants. And here and now, it's like they don't want to wait anymore. But I feel like they're looking at their life as a whole with this giraffe spirit. They're seeing the big picture. I think they're looking at your connection also, and also themselves. And they're looking at the 2 and the 9. That's making me think of like the 2, like the number of partnership, and 9, the number of independence. So they're looking at your connection, the ups and downs. They're looking at themselves, the ups and downs, like the way that they have evolved, ascended, the progress that they've made, things like that, the obstacles they've overcome. And it's just causing a shift in them that is making them want to do what they want to do based on their soul. And I think that is including you. They like you. They're like, I like this person. Like, why am I... Oh, anyway, I'm going to read this and you're going to see what I mean about the aversion. Or I started to read. I don't know why I stopped. But also we have this here, trickster, transcending convention, stuffiness, and predictable behavior. I think you're going to really see a change here. This is almost like the magician, but it's because they've really changed. And I feel like this could be something that has taken quite a while to happen. I feel like you could have been... Like, it's almost like this person is maturing and wanting different things, preparing for union, a new phase of their life. But I feel like you could have really you could have been trying to get with this person when they were in their old phase and maybe been met with some resistance. And that's the vibe that I'm getting. So this says, you are meant to evolve and transform with the companionship of others. Certain people enter into your life in order to take you to the next level of healing, consciousness, and authenticity. It is always a reciprocal experience, although the results for each of you will vary. You know these people by the strong pull drawing you toward them, and sometimes by a strong aversion to them initially too. Soulmates can be friends for life or remain in your life for only a short time. No matter what, you will be changed in ways you can't possibly fathom now. Pay attention to these people today. They are your greatest gifts. So that's maybe what happens. Maybe this person was like averse to you, or averse to the progressing this relationship or having any sort of relationship with you at one time. But it's almost like, I think it's just been time. I think they needed time to grow and mature into their authentic selves, especially with the prince, romantic charm and potential for power. A prince is somebody, when I think of the archetype of a prince, like the son of a king, somebody that's heir to a throne, that has power. It says the potential for power. So they're not really powerful. It kind of depends on what they do with it. But I also feel like maybe your person had some power they used in a more destructive way at some point. Maybe, again, if they were in a less serious phase of their life, and they were maybe playing games with people or something like that. It doesn't have to be the case for everybody, but they could have come off that way to you. But yeah, I feel like now they're entering a new phase here, and we have a number 4 here and a number 41. So 4s are numbers of foundations. Also the number of the Emperor. So they could be an Aries too. But also like with the Emperor energy that I am picking up on here, it's almost like they're ascending into their empire. Maybe their empire, but ascending into their Emperor role. Like they're not quite into the role yet maybe, but they're like getting there. They're like halfway there. They're 3/4 of the way there, and they're almost there, and they're realizing that, you know, it's like a different time, a different season of their life now, and they're kind of trying to get a picture of what that's going to look like for them. And clearly soulmates, romantic, oh, there's a fly, hi. Soulmates and romantic relationships are on their mind here. So, all right, I guess let's get some messages from them and see what they want to say. Yeah, I'm done fighting this. I know what I want. but we'll see if that comes out. What would Aries person most want to say to Aries right now? What is on their mind right now? What would Aries person most want to say to Aries? Okay. Are we keeping all these? It says, I remember all the little things about you. You're so sweet. Why is this not even? This drives me nuts. Okay. Oh my god. This isn't like even. Sorry. Alright. I feel like that's still not even somehow. What? I don't get what I do here. That's like, that makes this so wrong. Okay. I'll never not forgive you. I love how you have integrity even when no one's looking. No matter how things may seem, there's something special that's reserved only for you. I want to fix this, but your ferocity scares me. I can feel your anger and pain. If you're feeling crazy, please know I do too a lot. And I worry about your reaction if I did come back. And I'm starting to understand you. All right, so this is a pretty clear message. They think very highly of your emotional integrity. They think that it's very genuine and authentic. They think that it's not just a show put on to like look good in front of people. It's like that verse of the Bible, I can't remember. I think it's Matthew something, or I could be wrong, but where it talks about doing good deeds and not making a show about them, just like doing them quietly. And I feel like this person could be similar in that way, where they do things very quietly under the radar. Like they do little things, like cute little things to help you out or something, and they think that you do the same thing. They think you're sweet in the same way. Maybe not the exact same, but they think you match them. They're worried about your reaction. They want to fix this, but the ferocity scares you. Like I was saying, they're anticipating a little bit of defensiveness on your part, having to explain themselves. But let's see, what's I remember all the little things about you. Let me just give these a good shuffle. What would Aries person want to say to that? And I also was going to say, with I remember all the little things about you, I think they've seen you in a lot of different cycles of your life. They've seen your up and down. They've seen you in a lot of different moods. And they've seen you when you're high, you when you're low, when you're winning. But you're definitely like, they're thinking about this a lot. This is more of like a logical, like I have to make a decision, or I think they did make a decision and they're thinking about their next actions that they're going to take. So, okay, I remember all the little things about you. I think though that they really think that you have a lot of emotional integrity. Again, that's sort of old soul, mature energy. Even when people aren't looking, even when you're down, even when you're mad, you're not hitting below the belt. Like, does that make sense? I remember all the little things about you. So they like what they say. We have the 9 of Pentacles. I'm just thinking about, and you don't have to be a woman, but that episode of Buffy that touched when Spike gives her that speech. But just the part where he's like, you're a hell of a woman. Like, we could be a hell of a man. But it's just that kind of a vibe, 10 of Cups. And it's again like Spike's speech that ends with him being like, you're a hell of a woman. It's not, he starts off by saying like, it's not just because I want you, or I can't have you, or anything like that. It has nothing to do with me. It's just like, I've seen you and I love who you are. That's not an exact quote like by any stretch of the imagination. I butchered that pretty bad, but that's like the gist of what I feel like. This person has seen a lot of little things about you that just have made them decide that you're such a good person, and that's why they care about you, and that's why they like you. I would say love, but we'll say I like you because that's what this says. It's like they want to have a blooming romance with you because they think you're sweet. They think you're like a beautiful person, a wise person. They find you interesting. They think you're a little feisty here, but sweet. Like they think you're multi-layered, complicated. Like they like that. Maybe independent with the Nine of Pentacles. And maybe that's why, you know, now they're in this more independent phase of their own life where they're getting into their more emperor type of energy here. Maybe they have money, like I was saying, a prince, the son of a king. Maybe they have an inheritance. Like it's something like that where maybe they're like coming to some money or something like that. And it's like, whatever they're remembering about you here, it's making them think that you're not the type that is going to be like a gold digger, money hungry. Like they think you're going to pull your weight and not just be like a leech, like leeching off of them, which, you know, I feel like if you are somebody that has a lot of money and think, like, you have to watch out for people like that. There's a lot of con artists. There's a lot of, you know, people that can, even if you don't even have that much money, people can do that to you, you know? It's like they could just like need somewhere to live and just strike up a relationship with a lonely girl. Like, you know, it's just like, it's not like that uncommon, I feel like. So it's, maybe it's the same, like they watch for stuff like that, or they feel like they have to watch out for stuff like that. That could be another interpretation of this defensive prince. And I think they remember things about you. They feel you're very independent. Maybe you're financially independent. You're on your own. You're successful in some way, or and they're like, I'm lucky to have you. Like, oh my God, you're so sweet. So they're not thinking that you're like that at all. Ten of Cups. I think that is like the main, look, the Five of Swords, they could have dealt with some Five of Swords type people in the past, like these types of people that we were just talking about, but not even just like money hungry and stuff like that. Maybe very argumentative, the type of people that they always want to fight. It's like they always want to either be right. The point is for them to have, you know, be right. Their pride, they're coming from a prideful place. They feel like you're coming from a place of like wanting to understand, of wanting to fix the problem. You're like a solution oriented person maybe, but in an emotional way where it's like, let's just try to fix this. Like I feel like they think you're very wise, and you would be like, okay, like if you're mad, let's take, if you guys are in a fight, say, they'd be like, oh, let's just sleep on it and talk tomorrow, or let's like they wouldn't just be trying to throw things in your face. They feel like you wouldn't try to throw things in their face, I should say. They feel like you'd want to talk out the problem, or just fix the problem in a way like you'd want to have harmony, and or something like that. And also I think they think that you just naturally get along. With the Ten of Cups, it's just they feel very emotionally fulfilled when they're with you. Your sweetness and your kindness, but they don't think you're a pushover here at all. And they're like, they respect you. I could tell. They're like, okay, I don't want to like approach this person in a way that's going to piss them off. Like, but maybe the way that they're coming at you like that makes me think that maybe you have a reason to be pissed off, and they want to show you the proper respect. So that's good. But they see like a dynamic between the two of you in a romantic relationship that would be very harmonious. And even if you were disagreeing, like I was saying, even when you're mad, you don't hit below the belt. You wouldn't be throwing things in their face. You wouldn't be like getting revenge, doing little petty things to them. And you know, it's just, they feel like it would just be a different vibe. It wouldn't be this Five of Swords, you trying to undercut them, trying to be right all the time. It would just be like you two trying to live in harmony. Like, it's beautiful. I'll never not forgive you. The Six of Pentacles, it's an equal give and take in this connection. Even if, look, we have the Eight of Cups here, maybe you walked away from them or cut them off somehow because of their behavior. Maybe they were avoidant towards you. They were in this other phase of their life, whatever it was, that kept them maybe from you. And they want you to know, first of all, that they do forgive you. And we have Pentacles here. Like, they want to make this real. And if in case you're wondering, like, oh, did I blow it by doing that? Or, you know, is it really over? I would say they're saying, no, it's not over. And with the song that we got, you know, it's like, wait till I get my money right. Yeah, I feel like money is a factor here, but not in the way where they feel like they still have to. I feel like they're kind of, they have established some sort of financial foundation for themselves here. And now they're, it's like, wait till I get my money, right? I feel like that's where they are now. Like they got their money, right? Like if that makes sense. So, I don't know. I just feel like they're doing good in life. They feel like you're somebody that, again, there would be that equal give and take. You would both be giving and receiving the same amount of favors, the same amount of like responsibilities, the same amount of love, like in the bedroom. Like it translates, like, you know, across the board here. It's you're very compatible. Like you're very, maybe you have like worked on projects together, like for instance if you were in school, or if you just like worked together, or what else, I mean, if you were just friends and you had to like a crisis come up and you both kind of like react, okay, I'll do this and you do that. Like it's like they think that they can like imagine their life together here with the 10 of cups, and like say, okay, I'll say this because like I don't really cook that much. I only know how to make like a couple things, but like say that's the case and like they don't know how to cook. They think that maybe, okay, like this person could do the cooking and I would like always like wash the dishes every night. Like if they cooked, I would wash the dishes. If they did all the laundry, like I would clean the floors and do like the other chores. Things like that, you know, where it's like they think that you would divvy up your responsibilities evenly. They think that, especially if they're entering some sort of prominent position here with the prince, like maybe in their career or something like that, they feel like you're on their level in a lot of ways, even publicly. Like they feel that you can carry yourself with like elegance and grace. They feel that they wouldn't have to worry about you embarrassing them. You're very good with your words and things like that. That's what I'm getting. So I love how you have integrity even when no one's looking. But just that they could, it just works. It's just harmony personified, like the two of you. I love how you have integrity. We have the 7 of Pentacles, even when no one's looking. I feel like this is something, oh yeah, the Knight of Pentacles. They've seen you over time. I don't feel like this is somebody that you necessarily just met a week ago. And if it is, I don't know if this is your person, because I'm getting a sense here. They see this connection as having staying power. They see your character as something that's been tried and tested. And again, I'm getting, this looks angry. This is a very fiery 7 of Pentacles. And I think that they have seen you in some situations, again with the Moody, like they're thinking back, I think, on everything that's gone on between you guys. And they're like, I know how this person is when they're mad. I know how this person is when they're being attacked. I know how they are when, you know, they're going through a terrible time. Like they've seen the way you handle situations, and over time they really, and they don't doubt your integrity at all. Like it's been proven to them by like time and experience and just observation of you, and just experience. Again, it's like they really feel like it would be, maybe they've shied away from relationships. Like I said, maybe they had one or two that was very contentious, a lot of fighting, a lot of, maybe even somebody that took advantage of their kind nature, because I'm getting that you're both very similar here with the 6 of Pentacles, that just almost made them like wait on them like hand and foot, and just like just sat there like a princess, like, you know, oh, like, yes, like you should treat me this way. And they feel like it would be like you both would be fighting to do nice things for each other. It would be like like you both would be, though. It's just, it's very cute. No matter how things may seem, there's something special that's reserved only for you. The Knight of Pentacles, like if in their old phase, again, I can't take all these pentacles, this is kind of cray. The 5 of Wands, if you're worried about competition, they want you to know that whatever they had with anybody else, even before they met you, they wouldn't even like compare it to the way that they feel about you. This complete harmony, this is a soulmate. This is like, old soul is making me think we've been through this in other lifetimes. Even if they wouldn't characterize it that way, something about you feels so familiar and at home to them. It's like they're finally like remembering like who they are. I just watched this episode of Charmed, the 7-Year Witch. I just mentioned it in another reading, and then I had to like look it up what episode it was. It's the 7-Year Witch, but it's when Leo, they take away his memory and he has to decide like what his true path is, and like if it's Piper, or, sorry, if you don't watch the show you're not gonna know what I mean, but it's like they take his memory away to see if he remembers his wife and if he like truly belongs with her or not, or something like that. So I'm getting there might have been like something here where this person needed time to really like realize or remember And I really, with all this soul stuff here, it is a remembrance. It's a remembrance of somebody that is like your best friend, or somebody that just you go together with so naturally, that it's just a no-brainer. But that could be where the aversion was coming in from, because this person, I don't think, was ready at that time at all. Like whenever this happened here, that the other phase that they were in, like I was saying from the beginning, I think that you maybe fell for them during that phase and it didn't really work out, but there is some movement now. So this is, even during that phase, there was something, even if they couldn't see it at the time, like it's almost like they look back on it now and they're like, oh, like something about how they always had a soft spot for you, or they always just held you to a different standard, or like almost had you there, like if I was going to be with someone, it would be this person, but I just can't right now. Like it's just something subconscious, maybe even, that they didn't realize until they like looked back on it, because they were so kind of like in their own ego, I would say, in the past a little bit. It was like their soul couldn't really get through. I think their soul was trying to talk to them and they just were like operating from the ego a little bit and not able to really hear what their soul was saying to them. But they felt it, and looking back now, they see how it was always there, and they just couldn't get their head out of their own ass a little bit to like see it, you know? I'm kind of getting that vibe. It's like they finally remembered, like Leo did. All right, we have the Knight of Swords. I want to fix this, but your ferocity scares me. Again, I think they've seen you in action here. The Nine of Swords, they're like a little worried. The Three of Cups. They're worried maybe about what your reaction is going to be, especially if they pick somebody else over you with the Three of Cups. I don't know, I just saw that sticking out. We don't have, that could only be for a few of you, because that wasn't like the bottom of the deck energy. That was just a card I saw sticking out. But it could also just be a reference to them, their kind of immature behavior with the Three of Cups, just wanting to like have fun, like not caring who they hurt in the process, maybe. Not done in a malicious way necessarily, but not really that fun for you to, you know, kind of experience here. Why are these not even? But yeah, it's like with the Knight of Swords, like they've seen you in action. They maybe know that you're not one to mince words when you're, I just saw the Nine of Wands. I pulled it from this card. It's like they know you're gonna have your sword ready to go here, like ready to like cut them down. They don't underestimate you in that way. They think that you're very, you could be ferocious. I want to fix this, but your ferocity scares me. Like they're a little scared of you, and but like they respect you, and they know probably that you have like some sort of a reason to say what you say, but I think that's the only thing that's preventing them from rushing in like super fast right now. I can feel your anger and pain. What is Aries person trying to say? The Nine of Swords, and the Hermit. I mean, I was kind of getting a spiritual connection here, because we have preparing for union and just soulmates. I mean, it's here. I'm not getting it. It is here. Like a soul, old soul, some sort of soul connection here. So they could be feeling, especially when they're home alone at night or something. The King of Swords. I think they're really starting to understand. Oh, wasn't that here? I'm starting to understand you. Yes. And you always try to be fair underneath. But anyway, okay, sorry, I just saw that. I'm starting to understand you. I think they're starting to understand you, why you get triggered, like your sort of emotional process here, the ups and downs, your moods. I think they're really thinking back on your old conversations, and maybe if this is like a pattern where they would sort of come in, you guys would like connect again, and then they would run away again or something like that. It's like they're really thinking back on the way you handled yourself in that situation, how you had integrity even when they feel like they didn't deserve it. And they know that your anger and your pain is justified. But at the same time, I saw you always try to be fair. And there's I love you in reverse. So it's like, I feel like, again, I've said this in other readings where they're not necessarily afraid that you're going to blow up on them and go crazy on them. But it's almost like you're going to say in a very fair and just way, like, I'm sorry, but that was just the last straw. Like, you know, I care about you. I'll always care about you. But it's like they're going to be able to tell that you don't love them anymore. Like, they're afraid of that. Like, but you know what? If they really want to be with you, they're going to have to get over their fears here. They're going to, you know, they're going to have to get over it and just take the chance. Like, I wouldn't try to, like, reassure them in any way. I would just, like, let them, how bad do you want it? Like, clearly this person clearly they are good intentioned right now. I'm not trying to like talk bad about them, but I think there has been some things that went on in the past, and they want to make this real, this change real. So let them show you that. That's what I would say. And I think they do want to show you that. I think they do. I'm not saying it like they need to show you and they're not planning on it. Like, I think they are planning on showing you. Very much so. We have mostly pentacles here. They want you to see this in the physical. So they may not be like, listen, Aries, you're the one. I've just searched my whole life and there you are right in front of me. Like, I don't think they're gonna like come at you with like some sort of like crazy speech or anything. We have this I like you here. I feel like, again, like I said, they might approach you like a friend. They don't want to overwhelm themselves. I think that's one of the first things I said. I don't remember though if I said that or not, but I don't think they want to overwhelm themselves or you. I think they want to start this slow, build it up, show you consistently over time. We have the Knight of Pentacles here, the Seven of Pentacles. Over time, like, I'm gonna be here, like I'm here. The Knight of Pentacles, you can depend on me, I am reliable. They want to show you their reliability. They don't want to promise you, they don't want to leave you with a bunch of broken promises, or promises that they can't back up. They want to show you over time, so they don't have to say a word, and like you just know, and it just builds naturally. That's the vibe I'm getting. If you're feeling crazy, please know I do too a lot. I feel like this is more, again, about your spiritual connection here. We have the Ace of Wands. I feel, if you're feeling crazy, please know I do too a lot. I feel, I don't know about that. I feel like this is just them coming through as like, if you felt crazy in the past, if you feel like I'm judging you for the past, if you feel like I don't understand, like they're starting to understand, I think, everything that happened. And then the more that they're getting in line and more in touch with this spiritual aspect of your connection, feeling your energy, maybe realizing that you could feel it all along, even though they maybe couldn't. Because like I said, their head was in their ass a little bit, I think. And I shouldn't say it like that, because that's just where they were at the time. I think they were the belle of the ball here and loving it, living it up, like, God bless, whatever the case. They were kind of like immature here with the Fool. And I think they like look back on that and they're kind of like, they don't want you to feel bad about any way that you acted or reacted to their energy at the time, especially because you were so fair with them. I think they want you to know, like, oh my God, I would never judge you for that. Like, I would never, like, I get where you're coming from. I couldn't at the time, but I do now. I understand where you were coming from, and I just couldn't see it then, but like I see it now. Like, I'm getting a vibe like that with the Ace of Wands, that again, it's like they're excited to, like, I think, show you how much they care about you, because I think they think that you think that they don't care about you. Like, that they don't care about you, and I think they're excited to show you. I think they're excited. This is a card about sexual attraction too. I think they want to like show you how crazy they are about you. I think they want to show you that you're wrong to think that, because there's something here, no matter how things may seem, there's something special that's reserved only for you. So maybe they feel like because they maybe rejected you in favor of having more sexual time in their life. I don't know how to say that. Like, you know, I don't want to trigger anybody, but they worry that you think it was because they, like, you weren't good enough for them, or you weren't attracted to them, or whatever it was. They weren't attracted to you, excuse me. And it's like they want to show you, I think, also how attracted they are to you. Like, I think they want to show you like a lot of things here. Like, they want to prove your misunderstandings about them wrong. Okay, we have Death. I worry about your reaction if I did come back. So I think they want to transform this whole thing here. Let me just get one more for this. The Fool. Yes! Oh my God. They want to transform this whole thing and have a new beginning with you here. Their current worries are keeping them stuck, but with the Death, they're going to transcend these worries, I feel, in the Fool. The Eight of Swords is like a court card. We have two powerhouse major arcanas. Like, they're going to transform this, have a new beginning, jump off the ledge of, or take that leap. Jump off the ledge sounded like a little dark. I didn't mean it like that. They're going to jump off and they're coming for you. So, okay. Anything else we want to find out about this? Look at that heart. Love, deep affection, and caring. Anything else this person wants to convey to their person? Lightning. Control your anger or you will be sorry. I don't feel like that's necessarily the case. I think that could be them like worried about your reaction, or it's like that frustration I was picking up on. That could be why they're like stuck a little bit right now, because they're like, oh, like, this person, like, how can I explain it to them just right? Like, they feel like you're not going to get it. Like, but I don't know. I feel like you seem like a very understanding, sweet person. And as long as they're showing you consistent effort, you probably will get it, but they have to see that for themselves. Purse, pay attention to your finances. There's something going on with their money right now. Again, where I think, yes, pay attention to your finances, but again, with that whole gold digger thing, I think they're kind of wary for people that are like out just to use them or whatever. Bow, you are highly thought of. Absolutely. They know you're not like that. So I'm glad that just kind of confirmed everything. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, comment, or subscribe to my channel. Otherwise, I'll catch you in the next one, okay? Bye.